Hola, soy Ransen y bienvenidos de nuevo al gameplay de Uncertain. Estamos aquí donde dejamos la última vez, que habíamos llegado a lo que era o lo que parece ser nuestro escondite. Entonces, pues tenemos que ir con el señor pero antes quiero hablar con estos dos a ver si hay algo importante. Vale,
Locked.
cerrada. Family food. Toda anfitriona sabe lo difícil que es contentar a tus clientes cuando el frigorífico está vacío. Así es la vida. Hemos recopilado una lista de 10 comidas deliciosas y sencillas de hacer, utilizando únicamente ingredientes al azar y especies exóticas que encontrarás en la despensa. Vendrán bien cuando no sepas qué cocinar. Te enseñaremos a utilizar ingredientes que jamás has usado. Así, si tienes visitas inesperadas, te asegurarás de que no pasan hambre. Okay.
Park?
What's up, Em?
Hey, we should keep an eye out for a new tablet. Yours is like 100 years old.
Nah, I'm good. This tablet and I have been through a lot together. Plus, it reminds me of my dad. I used to mess around making music, working the counter at the store.
Right. Sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
That's okay. The tablet might be old, but it does everything I need. The music editor is decent, and it's still great for movies and books. Holds a charge for a few weeks, too. What more could I ask for? Don't answer that.
How you doing? You look pleased.
I am. Claire's pancakes are amazing. Just like the ones they used to serve in the university cafeteria. So good. Almost enough to make you forget you're hiding from killer robots. Come to think of it, why aren't you eating?
Maybe later. My appetite's still playing catch up, I guess. Just leave some for me, okay?
I'll try, but no promises.
So, how was your morning?
Let's put it this way. Telling the story is better than living it.
That bad, huh? We've gotten out of worse.
Like the freight car incident? Don't remind me.
Who knew the driver would take off so soon? It took us forever to get back home. All right, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. Bon appetit.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Emily, shouldn't you be resting? I thought you wanted a nap.
Yeah, but need any help? I mean, I can see you've already got your hands full here.
Oh no, that's all right. You've done more than enough already. I can handle it. Go get some rest.
Claire, this is a little forward, but there's something I'd like to ask, if that's okay. I'm curious, how did you escape? During the incident, I mean.
Not a pleasant memory. Alex rushed home from work on his lunch break, frantic, yelling at me to pack my things right away. I remember him telling me that the robot cops had gone crazy, just grabbing people off the streets for no reason. At first, I didn't believe him. The weird thing about Alex, he's really good at his job, but he's never really liked robots. He wouldn't let us get one of our own. Said it was because he knew too much about them. Honestly, I thought he was pulling some stupid prank, which was unusual. I didn't really believe it until I saw it with my own eyes as we were driving out of the city.
You took an aero car? Weren't they all offline that day?
Actually, we had an old school electric car. Rare, I know, but I'm afraid of flying, and Alex liked to tinker with it. Kept it up real nice, washed and painted like new. Anyway, we quickly grabbed a few things and then went to pick up Brian.
I see. And then? Why didn't you try to get out of the city?
That was the plan, until we blew out one of the tires, and spares aren't exactly easy to find these days. And that's how we ended up here. So what about you?
Not a lot to tell, really. I was headed out to grab some laundry when everything went black. And when I came to, there wasn't a soul in sight. When I got back to my place, my homebot was surprised to see me. He kept spouting nonsense, something about the war and humanity going extinct. Something was obviously wrong. With the robots, I mean. So I set out to find Marta on the other side of town. She's my sister.
Did you find her?
No. I like to think she saved herself, made it out somehow, but... What can you tell me about the others? Park and I haven't had much time to get to know everyone.
Honestly, I doubt I'll be telling you anything you don't already know. Alex is grouchy as hell. Take it from me. But he's a hard worker and a devoted husband. Don't mind his thorns. He's a good guy deep down. He's just been through a lot.
We all have, yeah. He kind of reminds me of my Uncle Owen, actually. Only content when he had something to complain about. What about Olga?
We found Olga in an abandoned house last winter. She was scared and freezing. Oh my gosh, she could barely stand. She later told us that the rest of her group had been captured. She'd managed to hide, but ended up pregnant and alone in such a cold, dangerous city. I can't even imagine what it took for her to survive. We brought her to our camp, gave her food and shelter, and she stayed. And then Vera was born. Raising a child these days is especially tough, but we're all one big family here. Brian's our village elder, wise and calm, and he really knows his way around electronics, too. Alex shared a hospital room with him, back before everything went to hell, and they became fast friends. A lot in common, those two. And I'm not just talking about surviving the incident. I don't really know that much about Matthew. Between you and me, there's something about him I don't like. He obviously wants to be a leader, bosses everyone around, but he's short on brains and wisdom, which is probably why he's always butting heads with Alex. He followed some tracks into our camp a couple of months ago and saw light coming from inside. Started snooping around and ended up scaring the hell out of us. Long story short, he decided to make himself at home.
To be fair, he does his fair share for the group. He goes on supply runs, brings back food. Still, Matt's kinda weird. I try to stay away from him, and so should you. I've seen him holding his head, rubbing his temples with his fingers. Maybe that has something to do with why he's always so, charming?
Well, we women are good at making excuses for our men. I understand what made Alex the way he is, so I put up with his swearing and grumbling, and the occasional mockery.
That's all I got. Thanks for the chat. We'll talk later, okay? I need to get these meds to Olga.
Of course, please do.
Bien, ya conocimos un poco la historia de de la mayoría que están aquí.
Mom and Dad, Marta, I miss you so much.
Imagino que
Here,
ya
Olga.
sabrá.
We managed to find the meds.
Oh, thank you, Emily. Little Vera's fever has made it so hard for her to sleep.
I hope this does the trick.
Pasmotrim. We'll see. Her cough it's very bad. When she wakes, I'll give her some of that medicine. But please, let her sleep for now.
Well, we're all really hoping that... where'd this crib come from?
Brian found it on one of the upper floors while you were away. I'm sad we'll need to leave it behind, eventually. It's not exactly portable.
Okay, well, try and get some rest. I'm off to give Alex a hand.
Okay, thank you. And to Park, too. I hope the medicine helps.
Darle de los medicamentos, ¿no?
Olga, I can't even imagine what it must take raising a child the way things are. And what about her father?
Ahora sí.
I'm busy. What do you need?
Alex, I found some painkillers at the drugstore. Maybe they could help you with your leg?
Leg pain requires having a leg, Emily. You'd be idiotic to waste painkillers on a phantom limb.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't.
Knock it off, Alex. The girl's just trying to help.
Fine, give him here. I'm sure someone could make use of him. Maybe Matt after I put my only remaining foot up his ass. Now go on, give me some peace and quiet. I got a lot of work to do.
Será preguntar por
Have you seen Matt?
What? Do I look like his chaperone? General Jackass hasn't returned yet. I told him there's a store we haven't checked just down the way, but he, of course, decided to go clear across the city. Not to mention, he left you two little brats at the drugstore, alone. I'm giving him an earful when he gets back. Oh yeah, you'll see.
Just wanted to check in. Is your leg giving you any trouble?
Oh, isn't that sweet? Yeah, I'm just peachy. Now why don't you go fawn over someone who needs it? I told you, I'm busy.
Claire said you needed me for something.
Yeah, maybe you can help me. My damn stump's been aching ever since I woke up. It's driving me nuts, sucking the strength right out of me. Here, use this thing to open the drawer by the kitchen and bring me the decoder.
Okay. What does it look like?
Well, it's a electronic thingamajig. You'll figure it out. Go on now.
un poco enojón. Pero bueno.
That might send the wrong idea.
Ahora le tenemos que conseguir una cosa.
Park?
What's up, Em?
We'll talk more later.
Aquí está. ¿No? Toda anfitriona sabe lo difícil que es contentar a tus clientes cuando el frigorífico está vacío, así que en la vida hemos recopilado. Ok, no.
Need to find the decoder first.
Codificador.
Brian sleeps here. Tries to anyway. He hasn't been able to sleep lately. I should give him those pills I grabbed back at the drugstore.
Aquí está.
Is this it, Alex?
Uh-huh. Hang on a sec. Help me out. Come on, give me a hand. Yeah, well, naturally, connecting the encrypted memory cells on this old thing is gonna take some trial and error.
What?
Such a pain dealing with you dilettantes. Look, you got an eye for design, right? Just arrange the pixels so that the various colors aren't repeated, horizontally or vertically. You got me?
I'll try.
¿Cómo? A ver. Coloca los indicadores de color para que los colores no se repitan ni vertical ni horizontalmente. Ni vertical. O sea, por ejemplo, se vería. eso no. Ok, está jodido para mí porque yo tengo un grave problema. Y es que yo soy daltónico y al menos este verde lo confundo algo con ese amarillo. Entonces me confundo a veces. Voy a empezar con los colores más fuertes. Que bueno, no me resultan tan difíciles de distinguir.
Okay, fine. Wow, not bad.
Sería una primera hilera. Sería otra. El siguiente verde. O sea, es que ves, este se me hace muy parecido a este, pero no voy a empezar con este.
Think for a change. You got this. I'm impressed.
Perfecto. Y este va acá. Ah, lo puedo cambiar. Ok, ok. Aquí sería otra hilera que en la cual no se repiten ni horizontal ni vertical. Entonces vamos con los rojos. El rojo estaría aquí.
You got this. I'm impressed.
Aquí estaría otro rojo. Aquí debería ir el otro. El otro va
At
aquí.
this rate, we'll be here all day.
Y este va
Hey,
aquí.
what the hell are you doing?
What the hell am I doing? Ok, este no va aquí. A ver, ese aquí. Este va aquí. Este va acá. Ok. Este va aquí. Ya tenemos este. Este está bien aquí. Se repite. Y este debería de ir aquí o acá, pero eso chocaría con el otro, por lo cual este lo vamos a enviar. Sí, ahí está bien. No. Este va aquí, este va aquí, este va aquí, este va aquí. El problema es este rojo, que este ya está aquí ocupado, aquí también ya está ocupado. Vale. Es que este tendría que ir o sea, por aquí. Pero no puede ir aquí porque ya está ocupado por esta. O sea. Y el rojo no puede ir acá. No, olvídalo. El rojo puede ir acá. ¿No? Aquí hay un rojo, aquí hay otro, aquí hay otro. Y no choca acá con nadie. ¿Qué? Creo que está bien ahí. Vamos con los últimos dos colores que los confundo bastante. Sería este aquí, que es el verde.
Okay, fine.
Vale. Estos están repetidos, pero ahorita los solucionamos. El rojo está bien aquí. Aquí hay un verde, entonces tenemos estos dos. El siguiente iría aquí.
Wow, not bad.
Este es otro verde que iría. Aquí hay un verde, entonces lo dejamos allí. Ahí. El rojo está bien aquí. En teoría creo que ese está bien aquí, porque es amarillo. Que la estoy regando con uno, creo que la estoy regando con este color. Pero vamos ahora con el amarillo. Aquí hay amarillo, pero este va en otro lugar. Por ejemplo, este.
Okay, fine.
Y este amarillo está bien aquí. Este amarillo sí, también está bien aquí. Este amarillo igualmente está bien aquí. Aquí este amarillo está mal. Este iría...
You got this. I'm impressed.
No, este no puede ir aquí porque choca con este. ¿Dónde es que va este amarillo? O sea, se me activaron todos estos, pero acá hay problemas. Aquí están estos dos amarillos repetidos. Si son estos dos, ¿no? A ver, si me tardo mucho en esto, yo creo que me lo voy a omitir porque no quiero que se haga muy largo esto. Entonces, lo voy a omitir.
All right, connection established. Just go relax. I'll handle the rest.
Sounds good. Let us know what you find.
Dale. Pues creo que eso es todo. Sí. Ahora sí podemos ir a dormir.
Sleep tight, Emily. After a day like that, you deserve a little time for yourself. Emily.
You were never good enough.
Me parece que estamos...
Noticed how they are looking at you.
Me parece que está teniendo una pesadilla.
They don't trust you. Do
Y esto,
Remember the face of your mother?
esto de la puerta infinita o del pasillo infinito me recuerda al de medio. Cada vez más creepy.
This can't be happening. Aren't we all dead already?
Emily, it's already noon. Wake up before you sleep the day away. Matthew's bringing lunch soon.
Okay, wait. I really slept for that long? Park looks like he's lost in his music. I'll leave him to it and ask to have a listen later.
Este es nuevo, ¿no? Sí, este es el Matt.
Hey Brian, how you feeling?
Brian.
Sleep well?
Hello, little Emily. Don't worry. At my age, it's perfectly normal.
I found some sleeping pills today. Could that help?
Not familiar with this brand. Of all the meds I've tried, none seem to help. Hopefully, these will actually do the trick. Thank you. I almost forgot. I've got a surprise for you. After you make some hot tea for the old man.
A surprise? 1 cup of tea coming up.
Vamos a hacer una taza de té.
Hey Matt, find anything interesting?
Yeah. Small stuff. Canned food, mostly. A lot of it's expired, though. I say, we use Alex as a guinea pig.
Are you taking requests? Find me a can of drink pink and I'll owe you. Big time.
Nota de Matthew, lista de objetos y comida necesarios, sal, huevo en polvo, sirope de arce, leche condensada y no te olvides de mirar la fecha de caducidad. Y otra cosa, nos vendría bien un bote de detergente y muchos ambientadores. Una taza de té, ¿no? Para el pobre Brian.
Your tea, sir.
Splendid work, little Emily. Here's a tip.
My watch! You fixed it! Thank you!
Here you go. It took some tinkering, but I was able to disable the antenna and navigation modules, so no one can track you. Other than that, the watch is like new.
Hey kids, come on over. It's lunchtime.
Splendid. Now, let's talk about this morning, and then our plans for the future. After what happened in the drugstore today, Alex and I decided that some extra protection against robots would be wise. I won't keep you in suspense. I drafted a blueprint for a very powerful taser. However, it's only useful at close range. Simply put, a single charge should be able to fry a robot's circuitry to a crisp. It won't be of much use if you get swarmed. It doesn't have that kind of power, but it should be able to bring down a single bot and buy you some time to get away.
That's great. But I'm guessing you can't just make one out of rags and cardboard. Which means you're sending me somewhere dangerous to scavenge for parts, right?
Not so dumb after all, are you, Matt? Brian will give you the list of parts. Take Emily or Park with you. You'll find everything you need in any decent electronics store.
Sounds like our best bet is Geek Spot. It's a couple of hours on foot. There's a big parking lot out front. All those abandoned aero cars will make it easy to hide.
Well then, that seems like the obvious choice. Both of you should get packed and head out while it's still light out.
Hold on. I just got back. Can't this wait? It'll be dark soon.
Stop testing my nerves, boy. I'll get off your back as soon as you get going. Do what you're told and get the hell out of here.
Enough. Enough, Matthew. We really need you to find those parts. I have a feeling that taser will come in quite handy. We'll talk more when you get back.
Fine, fine. I just don't understand why this old jerk gets to order us around like he's the boss or something.
You're such an asshole. When I get my leg fixed, you better start running.
Stop it, Alex. You should be ashamed.
How else am I supposed to talk to this punk so that he understands? Who does he think he is, huh?
I think we'd better get going, like now.
Okay, yeah. I could really use some fresh air, away from these freaking old farts.
Park, I don't suppose you've got another round for the flare gun? It could be useful.
None left, but I can give you this firecracker I found, if you want.
Nice. I'll take what I can get, thanks. If nothing else, I can use it as a distraction.
I mean, I am done with all his yelling. Telling us what to do. I mean, who made him king? I was just looking forward to getting some rest.
I don't know. Alex could work on his delivery, sure, but a lot of what he has to say seems smart.
Oh, come on, Emily. Are you serious? You really think he's the best one to lead us? There's gotta be someone better, don't you think?
Look,
No lo sé.
all I know is that bickering over bragging rights won't lead anywhere good.
Look, you'll have to take a side sooner or later, Emily. Your beloved Alex is bringing trouble to our doorstep. Fine, just forget it. But honestly, the old folks are a liability. Dead weight. You know they'll just get captured sooner or later, right? Only question is whether or not they'll drag us down with them.
What is wrong with you? Don't you care about the others even just a little? What about Olga and Vera? Or is your ego just that big?
Well, tell me I'm wrong. It's a miracle we haven't gotten into more serious trouble yet. Forget Alex for a second. What happens if the cops discover our hideout? There's no way Alex and Brian can outrun them. Park's got his asthma, and Claire's no track star either. I've been over and over it in my head, and I'm sure you have too.
What are you saying? That we should just run off? Leave them all behind? Only the strong survive. Is that it, Matt?
Oh, come on. That's not what I meant. Look, I'm sure deep down you get it.
If this is an attempt to show off your dazzling wit, it's not working. Let's just drop it, okay?
Listen, I'm not afraid to say what everyone else is already thinking. Being sick and old are liabilities. Don't pretend you don't know that.
Drop it.
Finally made it. Shh! This way, quick.
Wonderful. How are we getting past these two? Maybe just go around?
Yeah, great idea, Em. If we want their friends to call for backup. If it's just a patrol, they'll move on soon. Hard to imagine what the cops are doing here. Let's wait for a bit.
Thanks. Sounds good. While we do, there's something I've been meaning to ask. How'd you end up here? With Brian and the rest, I mean.
Even a blind man could find their hideout, if you could even call it that.
Seriously? That's it?
Yeah. I was just walking down the street and saw some light coming from a basement window. Didn't seem like robots, so I investigated. Turns out I was right. There used to be more of us. Anyone tell you about Mike? Nah, of course not. 'Cause Alex would flip. He was stubborn but a good guy. Sound familiar? Anyway, one day he went out for supplies and he never returned.
Really? And no one knows what happened to him? Maybe I will ask Alex about it. What did you do before the incident? Can't see you behind a desk.
Well, let's just say I was in transportation and logistics. A lot of folks were willing to pay top dollar to get exactly what they wanted. What about you? Where did you work?
I was a spatial designer, creating virtual apartments, stuff like that. Did some very cool VR gaming gigs, too.
Really? Sounds like a total waste of time, to be honest.
What? No, I liked it. What about your family? Were they taken too?
I never met my parents. I don't know much about them, just that they were loaded.
Sorry, I didn't mean to,
Didn't mean to what?
upset you.
Hey, no sweat. I'm used to it.
Well, it doesn't look like they're leaving anytime soon. Can we just sneak past them?
I'm sick of waiting. Okay, I have an idea. A little risky, I suppose, but I think it'll work. Trust me, see that cop car? I'm gonna make my way inside. You just need to attract the cops' attention from the other direction.
You're not serious. What am I supposed to do? Dance the salsa?
Keep it down. No, you're not gonna put on a show. Just maybe make some noise or throw something at them. Then I'll do a little, hit and run with their own aero car.
Wait, what? Are you nuts? If you're trying to impress me, this is definitely not the time.
It'll work, I promise. They won't even see it coming. The guys and I have done this 100 times before. Now let's go. Keep quiet and don't let those repair bots spot you.
And he's gone. Okay, you've got this. Just stay out of sight and find a way to make some noise.
Ok, pues tenemos que entrar a esa tienda y deshacernos de estos, bueno, pasar desapercibidos. Y que por cierto ya descubrimos un poco más sobre Matthew. Creo que ahí no me ve. Lo que no entiendo es por qué cuando venían caminando se veían coches voladores al fondo. Supongo que los robots les hacen falta, o no sé. Tenemos que llegar a esa patrulla. ¿Si era hacia la patrulla? Sí, ¿no? Ok, aquí no. No se va. Creo que ahí. Estuvo fácil. ¿Cuánto que este güey la caga y lo descubren?
Okay, that was impressive. You weren't kidding about having done this before. What'd you say you did before?
Maybe I'll tell you another day, if we make it that long. We've still got business to take care of. I doubt they had a chance to call reinforcements, but I'm not sticking around to find out.
A ver, que no le iba a ofender, al final de cuentas son robots, ¿no? O sea, no es como que sientan y además esa IA era muy tonta. O sea, es como que esa fue la IA que se apoderó de la humanidad. Pues vaya. Entonces, pues no había razón de ofenderlo. Al final de cuentas, pues ellos son máquinas. No, como tal, no sienten.
Hi, I'm Amber. Welcome to Geek Spot. You're our first customers of the day.
Stupid hologram. Nearly shit myself.
Today is a great day to shop, with tons of special offers. Feel free to look around, and let me know if you have any questions.
It's just a hologram, so it won't call the cops. Right?
Would you like me to connect you with the police department?
No!
Okay. Give me a call if you need any help. And don't forget, we have mega discounts on 3D printers this weekend.
It's totally oblivious to the chaos outside. Anyway, what are we looking for again?
If you need help, well, since you're offering, Amber, where can we find a TSLS accumulator, gun emitter, and Jameson control unit?
Please visit the following departments: red, green, and purple.
That's helpful, thanks.
Kind words are all the gratuity I need. Let me know if you need something else.
Let's check it out. But can we not call that thing anymore? Creeps me out.
Reloj inteligente. Usa tu reloj inteligente para leer notas y el diario de Emily, además de escuchar grabaciones de sonido. Recoge minijuegos, estudia los objetos que encuentras y saca fotos. La foto aquí. Perfecto. Galería. Juegos. Consigue robots. Okay. Diario. No me deja leer todo. Sí. Ok, pues hasta aquí este capítulo de Uncertain. Nos quedamos aquí en lo que es. Ya pasamos. Bueno, más bien libramos la patrulla que estaba allá afuera. Y ahora estamos aquí buscando un objeto que no sé exactamente para qué sirva, pero bueno.
These little guys are so cute.
Sin nada más, hasta aquí este capítulo. Espero que les esté gustando. El juego está bien. Por el momento me parece bueno. Pero bueno, nos vemos Espero que ya saben que si les gusta el gameplay, por favor denle like, suscríbanse y compartan el video, que eso me ayuda muchísimo. Bueno, adiós.